Hi guys, today I'm here to do my September wrap-up and my October TBR. The first one I read in September was called Insanity. It is about Alice in Wonderland and Lewis Carroll. It is a series. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. I probably won't continue the series for a while though. The next one I read was Animal Farm by George Orwell. I gave this one 2 stars. The next one I read was The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I gave this one 5 stars. I love this book. I think it might be one of my favorites of the year. The next one I read I don't have a copy of because I checked it out from the library, and that is The Faster I Walk, the Smaller I Am. I gave this one 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was supposed to be a quick and easy read because it's so small, but it took me quite a few weeks to get through because I was reading other things. The next one I read was also a library book, so I don't have it anymore, and it is Unibrow, Misadventures of a Late Bloomer. I gave this one 2 stars, and I really didn't like this one. I gave a review on my Goodreads page. I will link that below if you care to read that. The last one I finished before the end of the month. I wanted something quick and easy, and I knew if I started a new book on the last day of the month that I wouldn't get through it, so I picked up old Possum's Book of Practical Cats. I just picked this up a few weeks ago. It's in my last haul video. It was a super quick read and I really enjoyed it. I gave this one 4 stars. I also started Gilead yesterday. I'm only about 40 pages into it, but I'm really enjoying it. Okay, so those were all the books that I read in September. Now I'm going to do my October TBR, and I picked all scary books because I love Halloween and I'm really excited to get in some scary books, and so I'm going to try and read all of these. Every year I put together a list of scary movies for my family to watch every night of October, so I have made a long list of that, so I don't see myself getting very many books read this month. So my list of books that I have here is probably overambitious, but I'm going to try and get these read. I've been really wanting to read all of these books. First up is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This is obviously a great Halloween book to read, so I'm really excited to read it. I heard it's nothing like the movies though, so this should be really interesting to try. Next, I want to read a few Grimm fairy tales. I don't know which ones I want to read yet, but I have a whole book of them here, and I've been really wanting to read some fairy tales, and I heard that they're pretty gruesome. Next, I wanted to read a Stephen King book. He is the king of horror, so I thought I should pick one up. I do own The Shining, and I really want to read it, but I chose Joyland because I think it's probably going to be a lot smaller to read, and I heard that this one's pretty scary. The next one I want to pick up is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This is a really short one, so I think it's going to be really quick to get through, and I'm really excited to start this one. The next one is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I have had this on my shelf for a few months now, and I really wanted to read it, and I think there's now 2 other books out in the series, and I've seen the pictures in this, and it looks pretty creepy, so I'm really excited to read this one. The next one I never really considered scary because I had always seen the movie, and I was always really in love with the Phantom, but he was, I guess, a grotesque character, and so I'm going to try and read The Phantom of the Opera this month. If I finish the book, I did find Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children graphic novel at my library, and I think if I do finish that, I would like to read this one, and if I don't, then maybe this would be a good alternative for the book. And the last 2, I said I would never give Neil Gaiman another try because I have tried his books so many times and I just really don't like his writing. I haven't been able to get through any of his books, but I found the Graveyard Book Volume 1 and the Graveyard Book Volume 2 at my library that are graphic novels, and I did try to read the actual book, but I never got around to it, so I thought the graphic novels would be a little easier to get into and a quick, fun, scary read for October. Okay, so I do think that I was a little overambitious here, but I'm really excited to get to all of these, and considering that I'm going to be watching scary movies every night, I don't know if I can get very much reading in, but I'm going to try my hardest. I'm not going to be too upset if I can't get to all of these books this month. Let me know if you guys have read any of these books and if you thought any of them were scary. Also, Let me know what your favorite scary movie is if you've got one, because I might add it to my list of movies to watch. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!